Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, the 27th of August. Right, want to talk about, yes, dimensions, multidimensional beings, and I really want to talk about David Icke's spider in the web and what it is I can see now we're actually dealing with. How we're getting into this mess, and we're actually at the moment steadily getting deeper into the mess, and how we could actually, to my mind, relatively easily get out of it. It wouldn't take much. Now, David Icke says, they are shapeshifters. They change their energy to enter into this reality. And I really think he's got it back to front. They are not shifting, we are. Or as the Bible says, God is eternal and unchanging. They don't change. They change us. And that's really a question, the answer to a question. Now, the way that I've been going, from my first desire that I need to understand, and really a thought reoccurring saying, yes, and I want to give it to you because you will need it. You will need this understanding. You need to know. Understand. Knowing, hopefully we will not know what the outcome should actually be. But we will know a different outcome. But you need to understand what is happening, and I want to give it to you because you need it. And really being led on a way of questions. And it's really, I think never that I get a thought that says, this is how it is. Yeah? But it's always a question, either a question that I come up with myself or something that has been given to me. Some questions did not originate with me. And there was one question that is reoccurring that was not mine. And that is, what is moving? What is moving? That's what you need to understand, what is moving. Okay, let's start. So, a couple of days ago, I'm losing track again. I think I got the date right this time. That doesn't happen too often anymore. Anyway, my friend made me aware of somebody called Natalie Sudman, and she is talking about dimensions, and her picture, of dimensions that really resonated with me. And she says that that dimensions, they are enclosed worlds, realities, but that they offer access to other dimensions. And it is that where the dimensions overlap. Yeah? So that's to say, in some parts, they are the same. And that then there's an opening where you can move from one dimension into another. Yeah? Every dimension has got its own rules, laws, and guidelines, as this world has got its own laws, yeah, and guidelines. All dimensions are a part of one encompassing reality, yes, in the background, yes. But they are enclosed realities with access to one another where they overlap, and that no reality, no dimension has got access to all. None. And some dimensions are that different from each other that there is no point of connection. Yeah, they are just, although I would think, if you had one dimension connected to that one, connected to that one, connected to that one, even though you do not have a direct access to that dimension, you could, I don't know, dimension hop to get there. Now, the reason why this resonated so much with me, because that is how I saw us. Yeah? We are connecting with each other in the place where we are the same. Something that we think and feel the same about would bring us together. An interest that we have the same interest, we wanted to find out about the same thing, that would bring us together. Need, if we have the same need, it would bring us together so that we work together to solve a problem or to, to rectify something that is wrong. But it is always in where we are, closeness is created by something that is the same. Distance is created by something that is completely different from you. And again, you are not connected to everybody. But you have different points of connections, different ways of connecting to different people. And that again creates the web. Nature is the same. Yeah? Animals and plants that are connected to one another, some are that distance, like the giraffe and the whale, even though they are part of the same body, they're that distant from one another, that different. There is no direct connection between them. But through the web, somehow, they are all part of the same thing. It is also in the old traditions of religions, where there was this thought. Now with them it was usually connected to a place or a time, or at least that's what they thought. Yeah? Where they thought, also, again, different worlds, different dimensions, and that at some point the two are that close together that you can actually move from one reality into another. Now, I was saying in the old traditions, they weren't looking to the stars. Yeah? They were not. What they accessed, when you say this is just a solid reality, but everything is created by consciousness. Yeah? So this, what you perceive as solid, has got several layers of consciousness underneath. And they accessed the earth, or that was around them, on a different level of consciousness. Not something that is not of this earth, but a different level of the earth itself. That was the way of the shaman and the way of the nature religions. We connected spiritually to this place, not to some kingdom out in God knows where. But things changed. I would say somebody looked at the stars and said, I wonder. Be careful what you wonder about. Don't ask questions, you might get an answer. Anyway, they connected to something that was not of this world, which Jesus clearly states, my Father's kingdom is not of this world. Yeah? And they were given a knowledge. And folks, this is where the whole thing really went belly up, because we did not understand what was actually happening. Yeah? The fact that this kingdom that is built on the idea of ruling over, of subduing, of having dominion over something, the fact that they could connect to us at all is that there obviously has to be an overlap. Yeah, for a door to open. That desire is in us, or that idea is in us. Yeah, and we do use it when we have to overcome something, when there is a problem. We don't create problems to become it. Naturally, we wouldn't. We're doing now, apparently. But, and it is not all in us. We are not like that. It is a small part of us. We're more than that, a lot more. But they were given this, the Holy Bible, And there is somebody sowing a seed into the consciousness of man. Yeah? And the first seed that was sown was the idea that yes, you were created. God creates man to subdue nature, to rule over nature, to have dominion over this world. That's what you were created for. God says so. That's not who we were. We were a part of this. We saw ourselves as a part of that. Yeah? We were resonating with nature. We weren't above it. We didn't see ourselves as above it. But there, a seed was sown. And that seed grew in somewhere really fertile ground for that seed. And they became. God creates man in his image. He sows a seed into man and then makes that seed grow so man becomes like him. So what we can now call the elites, the secret societies, the also enlightened ones that are not enlightened at all, they were the first ones to be captured. Well, this mind virus grew in them until they became the image of that thought. They have become, and they are now the gateways. Yeah? They are now where the two worlds, the two realities come together. They are the points so far. And then another seed was sown, a second one, in the New Testament. Yeah? And that is actually more for the minions. Yeah? And that is the idea of, for myself, I have no self. Self is sinful. Self needs to be done away with. Self is the village idiot. So don't do away with self and become a greater awareness. No. Do away with self and you know nothing. But that's exactly the point they want to get you to. And then you can be ruled over. Yeah? Then something can tell you what to do, what to think, what right and wrong is. Yeah? They were created to be the rulers of this world. You were created to be the slave. Know yourself that way. And that way we are becoming the image of that other world. We are becoming the energy of that other world. We're becoming the image of it. The energy of it. And now the two will merge. The two realities will merge and will become one. And here is the spider in the web, and that's what it does. Yeah? And what is moving? We are moving. We are the ones that are shifting shape. Not them. God in the Bible, darlings. He never changes. He's eternal. He's unmoving. He never changes. He's got his web and he sows its seeds, and then he waits for the blinking fly to come flying into its web. He doesn't move. The spider in the web doesn't move. It sits there and waits for the flies. And that's what's happening right now. We are moving toward them. We are becoming the openings through which they can enter into this world. And now here's a thought. If you have the two realities merging with each other, and you have that little bit in the middle where they overlap. Yeah? Now those that are in the overlap will already know. Yeah? The thing is, if the overlap becomes too big, yeah, will it then suck in the rest? Will the energy become so strong that it sucks in the rest of us, those that are still of sound mind? But if they create an energy too strong that we'll get sucked in, we don't want to go there. We absolutely do not want to go there. And the thing is that if that were to happen, if even the unprepared and the uninitiated, so to speak, were to be sucked in when the whole thing actually does become one, and things will manifest, and that would then be enough to give you a heart attack, or your heart will fail you for fear, as this book so beautifully puts it. See, that it's really a question of what you think you're in. If you think this is physical, it's just physical, it is completely separated from consciousness, and it operates solely by the laws of physics, then, go to the Nibiru card. There's a good example. When they say, oh, there's this big planet that is really close, you just can't see it. And then, of course, the physics guys go and say, no, that's not possible. Yeah, if this is operating by the laws of physics, then no, it's not possible. But what if it's operating by a different law? What if it is operating by consciousness? Outside of physics, above physics. That is creating the reality, then yes, that would be absolutely possible. Really think, what is it you think you're in? And as I said, if it is consciousness creating reality, then I think we have a really big problem. Because we are moving toward the web. We are moving toward the spider. That is how it gets its prey. Yeah? It gets a small connection somewhere. It sows a seed that will transform its prey into something like itself, therefore bringing the two dimensions together, because they are now alike, like each other. Yeah, and then the angels will come and reap this world, and what? The blood will be at the height of the bridle of the horses or something like that? That sounds like fun. Glory, hallelujah. Let's all go there. But having said that, if this is not physical but created by consciousness, then there's a very easy way out. There's an extremely easy way out. And that is, we must remember who we are. We must become human beings again, as we were before. Connected to nature, connected to this world, connected to each other in the form of that web, with no thought of ruling over or having dominion, unless it is absolutely necessary. But for the rest of the time, just being in cooperation. And that would make us a completely different energy. And that would put a distance again between us and that other reality, which I think we should put a lot of distance between us and that other reality. It is just really a case of rethinking ourselves and connecting back to our own truth, and seeing that our truth was not the village idiot. We are what we are. And if we stand firm in that truth, we will put distance between us and them. And my last point is, there might be overlaps with other dimensions again. But if we are resonating, let's say like this, in our own truth, we are the energy of our own truth, then those that we will know will be truly like us. And then maybe there will be possibilities of cooperation between dimensions. Absolutely. If we are the same and we can give to one another, then there can be cooperation. But that thing is not looking for cooperation. It is sucking you in to rule over you. It doesn't want to cooperate. It just wants to have dominion over you. And as I said, they were so far removed from us. That reality was so far removed from this world. Up in heaven, way out. That it had to plan, they had to spiritually engineer us into becoming the energy of themselves, to bring us closer, to bring those worlds closer together. They had to deceive us to bring us in, and we're going like, and we've been told that is light. Yeah? Here, that book. It's all goodness and light. Let's all go there. You know, it's like, what is it in bugs? Oh, look at the light. It is so beautiful. Bzz. That's what we're doing at the moment. And no, they are not shifting shape. They are not moving. That spider never moved. It's sucking us in. That's what it does. It probably scans the, I don't know, heavens or whatever, for a way in, and then it plants its seeds, and then it draws those worlds toward itself to have dominion over them. Anyway, I will leave it at this for today. And when I heard, I said I need to understand, and something says I want to give it to you because you will need it, then I think I've pretty much maybe come to the end of what I need to understand, and understand what we need to do to get out of this mess. But how on earth would you bring it to others, especially Christians? Dear God, they are so deluded. I mean, how on earth will you shake them awake? We must, especially if what I think is right, that, it will only take a certain amount and then the rest of us will be sucked in. Then we must wake them up. Absolutely must wake them up. Anyway, I leave it at that. Somebody give me some ideas what to do with us. Or how to get more than 10 viewers, folks. Give me some ideas. Anyway, talk to you again soon. Bye.